Well, students, let us now study about the types of acquired immunity. Now, acquired immunity, it is of two different types, and what are they? They are active immunity and passive immunity. Okay? Now, what do you mean by active immunity? What is active immunity? Active immunity is that immunity that develops inside our body due to entry of the pathogens. In other words, when pathogens enter inside our body. As a result, our body will become stimulated to produce the antibodies. Once the antibodies are produced, they will start attacking the pathogens. So this kind of development of immunity in our body is called active immunity. So in active immunity, antibodies will be produced due to entry of pathogens, and the antibodies will fight with the pathogens to protect our body, and this kind of immunity, it is called active immunity. Whereas on the other hand, passive immunity, it is that kind of immunity that will develop when ready-made antibodies are obtained from outside. So when ready-made antibodies from outside, they are transferred into our body and we develop immunity. Then that kind of immunity is called passive immunity. Okay, so remember, in case of passive immunity, antibodies are not produced by our bodies, rather ready-made antibodies from outside, they are introduced in our body. Whereas in case of the active immunity, what we find that antibodies will be produced by our body. Why? Due to entry of the pathogens, and then the antibodies will kill the pathogens. Okay. Now the next point about the active immunity is that the active immunity, it is not immediate. So this kind of immunity will develop in our body slowly, not immediately. So as soon as the pathogens enter inside our body, immediately antibodies will not be produced. Slowly the antibodies will be produced, and then the antibodies will fight with the pathogens. Okay, but in case of the passive immunity, what we find that once the ready-made antibodies enter inside our body, immediately the action of passive immunization starts. Okay, so passive immunity develops immediately when ready-made antibodies from outside are transferred into the body. Whereas in case of the active immunity, what we find that the action is not immediate, it is slow. Now the next point is that in case of the active immunity, it will last for a long time. So active immunity will last for a long time. It may be sometimes lifelong. Okay, so sometimes even lifelong we may develop active immunity. Whereas in case of passive immunity, what we find that it develops in a body only for a short period, and then it goes away. It goes away. But in case of active immunity, the the immunity remains for a long period of time, or sometimes it may be lifelong. Okay. The next is that active immunity does not have any side effects. So there are no side effects in case of the active immunity. But in case of the passive immunity, there are what? There are many side effects present. Okay, so there are many side effects present in case of the passive immunity. But one thing, it is now I'm going to explain about the passive immunity a little bit in detail, then only you will be able to understand if the passive immunity is artificial type. So if the immunity is artificial, then side effects may be produced. Okay, so these are some of the differences between active immunity and passive immunity. Now little bit about the passive immunity. So about the passive immunity, it is of two types. So passive immunity, it is of two types, and what are they? They are natural passive immunity and artificial passive immunity. Okay, so natural passive immunity and artificial passive immunity. Okay, now in case of the natural passive immunity, there are two important immunoglobulins present, like immunoglobulin G and immunoglobulin A. Okay, now what are immunoglobulins? Immunoglobulins are nothing but antibodies. So you'll come to know later on when I'm going to explain about the antibodies, the structure of the antibody, then only you'll understand that another name for the antibody is immunoglobulin. Okay, and different kinds of immunoglobulins are there, different kinds of antibodies are there, and out of those antibodies, the antibody G and antibody A, that is immunoglobulin G and immunoglobulin A, they provide natural passive immunity. Okay, so they provide natural passive immunity. Now this immunoglobulin G, antibody G, this antibody is passed from the mother to the fetus or to infant through placenta. Okay, so this kind of antibody, this is transferred from the mother to the fetus. What is fetus? Unborn baby is called fetus. Okay, so this immunoglobulin G, it is passed from the mother to the fetus or to an infant through what? Through placenta. So it is through the placenta the immunoglobulin will pass from the mother to the fetus. Okay, so this kind of transfer of the antibodies from the mother to the fetus, this is what? This is passive immunity. This is passive immunity. And what kind of passive immunity? Natural passive immunity. Okay, then there is another kind of immunoglobulin which is called the immunoglobulin A, IgA, or antibody A, immunoglobulin A. Now this antibody, it is present in the lactating mother's milk. Okay, so in the lactating mother's milk, this antibody is present. Okay, and in the initial days of lactation, the mother's milk contains a yellow colored substance, and that yellow colored substance, it is called what? It is called colostrum. It is called colostrum. So you may get a question that which immunoglobulin it is transferred from the mother to the newborn baby through the milk. Which immunoglobulin? You are going to write immunoglobulin A, or antibody A. So this antibody A, it is present in the colostrum of the milk. Okay, now this colostrum contains what? Immunoglobulin A and high concentration of nutrients. So there is high concentration of what present? Nutrients present, as well as antibody A is present. So if you get a question that which immunoglobulin can pass through the placenta of the mother, you are going to write immunoglobulin G. And which immunoglobulin can pass from the milk to the newborn baby, you are going to write what? Immunoglobulin A. And this immunoglobulin A, where is it present? In the colostrum. So what is colostrum? It is a yellow colored substance that is present in the milk of the lactating mother. So during the initial days of lactation, the milk of the mother that is produced contains a yellow colored substance, and that substance is called colostrum. Okay, so this is about the natural passive immunity. I have told you just now that the passive immunity, it is of two different kinds, natural and artificial. So naturally, immunoglobulin G and immunoglobulin A, they will pass from the mother to the infant, to the newborn baby. Okay, whereas on the other hand, the artificially acquired passive immunity, this kind of immunity, it is utilized during the treatment of various acute infections as well as treating the poison effects. Okay, so when a person, for example, say when he is bitten by a snake, so immediately that patient or that person is provided with what? He is provided with passive immunization. Okay, and during that time he is artificially gets the passive immunization. So this is about the passive immunity.